Yo, all right.
I'm all right, mate. You all right?
All right.
All right. Right. This week has been an absolute shit show of capitalist intrusion into a working man's sport. It can't happen. Well, there's Jay with a sponsor.
Thanks for that, bro. As you can see from the graphic, this podcast is brought to you by Surfshark. So we'd like to think our information is safe, but as our online footprint increases, so does our need for proper security. Surfshark is a VPN service that protects your information by encrypting all the data that you send through the internet, keeping anyone unwanted from seeing it. Another great reason to use VPN is because content from streaming services can be restricted based on what country you're in. So that could be Netflix, Amazon Prime, or even some highlights on Twitter. With Surfshark, you can solve that problem by changing your location. Also, if you do go abroad when it's allowed again after COVID and still want to watch the football on your UK streaming service, you can set your location back to the UK. Right now, Surfshark has a really good deal on. By using the link in the description and promo code Paddock, you will get 85% off. Bargain. Which means for something like a couple of quid a month, you can be fully protected. Plus, you'll get 3 months for free. Surfshark offers a 30-day money-back guarantee. So use the link in the description, promo code Paddock, for 85% off, 3 months free, and a 30-day money-back guarantee. All your services there, you'll be able to watch football and all the rest of it. Go and check it out. Thank you.
Wow, I haven't seen anything looking as natural as that since I watched Casualty.
That was just from memory as well.
Yeah, I can totally tell that it was from memory and not reading it out.
No.
Well done, it was amazing.
Thank you, brother.
Mayonnaise.
I'm glad to see you appreciate my efforts. What's been happening anyway?
Not a lot this week. It's been quiet,
hasn't it?
Week off. First time in 51 games United have had a midweek off, so we're just happy that it was quiet and jack shit happened. Got a bit of time to spend with the family and that.
I know, it's just frustrating, isn't it, when there's literally nothing, no news, nothing to talk about, just a bit boring, a bit quiet, and then, you know, all there is to talk about really is you're looking forward to the Leeds game. That's it.
Yeah.
Just normal.
Did somebody drop a nuclear bomb this week or something?
A nuclear bomb shaped like, well, called the European Super League. Is that the one you're referring to?
Yeah, that one, yeah.
I mean, that came and went like a
cool breeze.
Yeah, thank you. Came and went. Came and went like a cool breeze. How long was it here for? 2.5 days? 3 days?
She's longer than that.
I've had my underwear on longer than that, literally. I mean, is that it now for this, or do you think it's going to come back? That's a legitimate question, not messing about.
Judging by like Perez hasn't like admitted defeat. He's kind of like, right, it's on standby then. Barcelona actually voted this in yesterday.
How? Why? What?
Honestly, like, we've been campaigning for fan ownership and fans to have a say and all that lot. No, fuck it, don't give it us.
This is what happens
we're going to have shit like that, forget it. Yeah.
Fucking crazy. Like, it's the worst idea ever. Everyone's dropped out, and the Barcelona fans are like...
I did think it was weird that I wasn't seeing anything in terms of protests from Barca or Real, because they get a bit explosive, don't they? And I mean literally when they start kicking off.
Yeah, I've seen it with Figo over the years when he went back to Nou Camp. Yeah,
not even about that. I'm talking like, hasn't there been like a hand grenade or something at a Barcelona Real Madrid president at one point? Or did I just make that up?
No, there has been. Like, it's not just, you know, we're gonna throw a few toilet rolls and cartons of Ribena at the coach like the Scousers do. It's like full on, this is war sort of thing. And you're like, why hasn't there been any of this? I'm with you on that, because it was like, when I saw
some really good statements from AC Milan's, was it Curva Nord or South? One of them. One of them. And then I didn't see anything from Juventus. I didn't see anything from Inter. And I've seen nothing from Barca, Real or Atletico's fans.
It's really weird, like you say, they have that sort of passion. They're usually against this sort of thing, the sort of corporate influence, if you will, into football, and yet they all seem to be all right with it.
I've seen City fans kick up more of a fuss than Real Madrid.
Chelsea fans,
yeah,
like went ballistic. And fair play to them. I hate Chelsea fans, but fair play to them. They actually did, and they stopped the coach, and they got a reaction, and they weren't having it. And yet, like you say, the sort of Iberian Peninsula or whatever has been
tossed it right off.
Been a little bit quiet on the subject.
How much is it again?
Yeah. Yeah. So what's this? We don't have to qualify. We just did it. all right, yeah, maybe that's not too bad a thing.
I mean, how different is that, though, for Bidge being in La Liga? When was the
Yeah.
last time either of them didn't qualify?
Whoa, that's going a long way.
Do you think that anything has to do with Steve? I was talking about this in the office upstairs, and you'll know this. We both will, to be fair. Barcelona don't travel that well. Like, in the greatest game ever.
Spanish football don't travel.
In the greatest game ever, the 1991 European Cup Winners' Cup final, it was basically a United home game.
Both of them fucked off after the end of it, didn't they?
Yeah.
They was like,
Yeah.
hey, any space on the team bus? There's only 2 of us.
Yeah, this is it. Like, yeah, sound. So they don't travel. You're right. Spanish football. Now, we've all done the big Spanish games. They don't tend to bring that many fans, and certainly if it's a neutral venue, they don't tend to be. There's not like 30,000 of them, whatever. So do you think that has any bearing? Whereas United fans are going, well, I like my trips to Portugal. I like my trips to Scandinavia. I like my trips to Germany. And you're taking all that away from me, and they're going, well, we're not bothered.
If you lived in Barcelona, though,
Yeah.
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 That's it.
As a man,
beach
I know
football,
always says,
beer.
good point, well made.
Yeah.
you're like, right, oh, where have we drawn? Oh, Norway. Oh, where have we drawn? Helsinki. Oh.
Yeah.
We do have that fermented shark, I've heard, just the bollocks.
That's what I mean. It's not quite the same, is it?
No, because we live in a dreary, northern, wet, rainy town.
Yeah.
And we get somewhere to go, it's got a bit, yeah, but it's Denmark. Like, it's got a beach though, right? Yeah, I'm there.
There is a super chat from Timothy Canardi. Thanks for getting involved as well. Give us a like if you're watching. It says, love the channel, bigger moment, death of the European Stupid League or 91 Cup Winners' Cup.
What sort of nonsense question is that?
It's not a nonsense question. It's a good question.
No, it ain't. What was a bigger moment?
We know the answer, but I still think it's a worthwhile question. He's making it topical. Giving us an excuse to say that the European Cup Winners' Cup final was the biggest moment in the history of football. Not just European football, but football itself. Without that win, that 1991 European Cup Winners' Cup win, I don't think football would have carried on.
I reckon that 1991 Cup win was the genesis of the idea of the European Stupid League. They looked at United playing Barcelona and went, how do we get that every week?
That
was the best game of football I've ever seen in my life.
I was 16 that night.
Yeah.
When that match was on in Rotterdam. Never forget it.
Welcome to the Academy as well, Mardragon 7. I think I might need to send you something.
We've just sent him a shirt.
All right, okay.
You didn't send him a poster, though.
I do need to send, but I'm sorry. It's in the
Hey,
in the car.
did Nicky speak to that fella that scored them goals in that game?
I don't know if he has. If he has done. If he has, he's not got back to me yet. So let's chase him up on that, because if that happens, I think we should just after that just shut the channel down, because it don't get. What's the point of carrying on? You can't beat that, or you can't even get close to doing that. You may as well go out on a high.
I believe Andy Mitten's doing a special in United We Stand.
Mate, have you seen the cover? Bandit Nana's cover.
Yeah.
Mate.
I'm going to see if Bandit will let us have that as a frame.
Yeah. Well, he will. I'm sure he will.
Have
you seen it?
No, you can send one my way as well.
Right, let's see if we can get this on the screen, because we had Bandit Nana on the other week. He came on Fanzine Friday. Rick, he does all the United We Stand covers, and he's a great guy. Big, massive United fan, obviously.
It's 30th anniversary. That honestly makes me feel old. It must make you two feel older, because you two are really old.
Yeah, well, we are.
I was 16. Right. How old were you, Jay?
11. But that's why it's so special for us. Some people go, why'd you go on about it all the time? But, he's got it. Yeah. Yeah. Producer Cam's going to share that, the cover for the United We Stand that's coming out soon. Like you always say, Steve, it's like your first proper... Like the 1990 FA Cup one's my first one where I understood. I was too young for the 85 final to really get what
that was mine one.
Yeah.
85, 83. They were my first.
But the 91... I sort of remember the run. I remember Montpellier. I remember like Clayton Blackmore scoring free kicks, and obviously
Muncash,
Sparky's goals as well in the final. So it sticks in your memory, doesn't it? It's that special feeling.
Leeds you also.
Yeah, it's like 93 for me. Is always special because like the Sheffield Wednesday game is always special for me, because I was 13. I was there, and it was like Steve Bruce's late goals. That's why I always say Steve.
Oh yeah, we were there for about 8 or 9 minutes.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, that's the cover. So make sure you get yourself a copy of that. Go and support your fanzines, and definitely support that one, because look at it, right? Bandit, honestly, if I don't have one of them in my office like next week,
yeah, that's ridiculous.
Our retro's that.
Please sell them, because I'll buy the fuck out of them. I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's brilliant, isn't it? It's absolutely brilliant. Anyone who's wondering what's going down there, just explain it to them.
It's the 30th anniversary of the reason United are the biggest football club in the world.
Yes. And that is sort of the silhouette of Mark Hughes scoring his second goal. And in the background there you can see the
iconic
fans.
photos of the fans. Like, it looked like every flag in Manchester got took to Rotterdam.
That's ridiculous. That is so good.
That's the iconic end when I think of United. Is that one?
Yeah.
That's up there with is it the '77 Cup final where there's loads of photos from that one?
Yeah, my dad was
banners
there.
and stuff
Was
like
it?
that.
My dad was there, 77.
I
remember the homecoming 91. It was fantastic on Deansgate.
Oh, really? I don't remember.
Yeah.
CJ McNally says I was born on that day, and my dad missed my birth to be there, and my mum has never forgiven him. Wonder how old he is.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
To be fair, though, I don't want to get involved in family feud here, CJ, but your dad definitely made the right decision.
Yeah.
Like, no
I agree
disrespect
completely.
to you pal. But
Right, here's the thing, right?
Come on.
You can have other kids.
Yeah, exactly. You
You can't
can't.
have other 1991 Cup Winners' Cup finals.
If there's a United We Stand cover of CJ's birth, then fair enough, I'll go, all right. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Right. Maybe your dad made the wrong decision. But I'm guessing there isn't. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he probably made the right
Apparently
choice.
Eurovision's in Rotterdam this year.
Should we go?
30
I'm not joking. I think we should go.
Me and Patterson was driving home from training last night, and we actually said, do you think me and Jay should just go to Rotterdam, park ourselves on a couple of deck chairs and do Howson's Brew from there in a couple of weeks?
Why
Here's
not?
some questions that I don't know the answer to. 1, what's the internet like in Holland? 2, how much does it cost to get to Holland at the moment? 3, is it even legal to go to Holland at the moment? I don't know the answer to any of them.
4, how much is a beer?
Hang on a minute. Legal in Holland? Is that
Yeah,
even
but is
a
it
thing?
legal to go to Holland?
Well, they can nick us when we get back.
That's a good point, well made.
Not that we're advocating breaking the COVID rules or the law or anything.
No, they
Saying
just
that,
said, you can nick us when we get
Yeah,
back.
we're a bit stupid. No, I think we have to consider that. Once we've done our watch along as well. It's all happening. It's all going on.
Maybe
We need
you
to
could
make it
do a
happen.
detour if we make the Europa League final.
15th of May, innit?
The Europa League final.
No, this.
Oh, right, sorry.
So maybe you could do a 10-day tour.
Maybe, yeah.
Actually,
Go Holland, go to
no,
Germany.
I'm waiting
26th of May.
Go to Poland.
Coincidentally, is the Europa League final this year.
Do you reckon we could do the lot then? We could do a clean sweep, Eurovision / tribute to
Matt Busby's birthday as well.
Matt Busby's birthday, of course. It's all happening. It's all there for you. Do get involved in the comments, get involved in the chat, give us a like, let us know what you think about everything that's going on. We've been speaking about, obviously, the greatest night in European history. One of the shittest of recent memory was obviously when this Super League drama came about. Now,
Good segue.
we've been doing a little bit of chatting to various journalists, ex-players and stuff. I'm a bit worried that we're not out of the woods with this yet.
No.
That
No.
there's more.
When has a billionaire ever not got his way, gone, cool, I'll take my ball in and be fine with it?
Thank you. Never, ever.
Ever.
And after, 2.5 days, they've all gone, well, we give that a go and it didn't work. Looks like we're going to miss out on about £3.5 billion, never mind.
Like an evil Bond villain stroking his cat in it.
Yeah, I mean, I hope I'm wrong and it is dead in the water, but I have a feeling that they're going to go, well, we listened to you on the European
Surprise,
Super League.
motherfuckers.
So now we've took that on board, so now we're coming out with the European Amazing League, which is different.
We're legacy fans. Bullshit, man.
What's that, mate? What did you feel, Andy, when you heard that?
Fucking absolutely hurtful. I was ready to walk away. I was ready to walk away Tuesday.
Walk away from what? Real Madrid?
No, from Man United.
It was Real Madrid's boss saying it.
No, but we were in it. We were the instigators of a part of it as well. I was ready to walk.
mean that we are treated the same. It probably does, but it doesn't
Do you remember
necessarily mean.
you remember your first United game?
I sort of do, but the one
I
I
do.
always pivot to is
I
the
do with
one
my dad.
against the Scousers, because that's the one I can remember properly.
I do with my
Like,
dad.
My first one, I was like a toddler almost.
I do with my dad. I remember taking my brother to his first game, early 90s, and my nephew in 2008. That's a tradition. That is a heritage of English football. It's Gary Neville said it's that 8-year-old, 9-year-old that you fall in love with football and you're going into a stadium, and they try taking it away from us.
Well, they are. You're right, and you look at the history of this club and the ties we've got with European football as well, and then obviously the way it would have just turned the Premier League into a bit of a joke. I mean, we saw it on Monday. We talked about it earlier on the preview. Your Liverpool versus Leeds. What would that mean if there was no? You're in Europe anyway. Scousers. There's no point in even playing that game.
It ruins everything.
What's the point?
The knock-on effects of all of this are vast. Probably expected and unexpected, but it just screws everything. Yeah. I mean, it even screws. Like, let's say United and Madrid are 7th and 8th in that division of 10, right? And it's 2 games to go, and we can't go anywhere, and we don't need to be fighting to stay in it. Why would we be asked?
No.
Why would you even go to the game?
Yeah, I mean, there's that.
Wow.
You might get
8th place finish.
You might get international players who are like, listen, the Euros are coming up.
Yeah.
Can I just sit this one out, Gaffer?
It's a waste of time game.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
yeah, right, mate.
Listen, we're not going to win the league this year. So how do I motivate my players to finish as high as possible in the league? What's the point? Yeah. So now the Premier League's fucked.
Yeah.
And you just think...
yeah.
And even if you're like, let's say you're a Wolves or an Everton and you're trying to have a end of season, the one thing that the European competitions have helped is that the increase in numbers of qualification for the Champions League and that. Yeah. It means that there's not many. There's like 3 or 4 clubs come the end of a season that are in a dead rubber game.
Yeah.
Most people are either fighting relegation or fighting Europe or trying to win the thing. Which means that come the end of the season, there's a crescendo end of a season because no one's just chilling.
Yeah.
I don't watch that much in terms of American sports, but the people that I speak to that do, saying there's so many games that are just pointless come the end of the season. And it's just like a 5-a-side game. You not only have you removed the literal competition by guaranteeing 75% of your participants to always be in it. I mean, it's just instantly going to get shite, isn't it? But you've removed the competition from the leagues that they have to qualify from as well. You've just absolutely twatted the whole ecosystem of football with it. And that's what people don't get that are in support of it. Well, I would like to watch United play Real Madrid instead of West Brom. Okay, but the reason that you like watching United against Real Madrid now is because it means something.
Yeah.
You ain't going to matter. Like the reason you don't like watching United versus West Brom is because West Brom haven't won 10 European Cups and aren't one of the best teams in Spain.
No.
Or the Midlands.
You make a great point, mate. Absolutely spot on. We've got quite a lot of super chats. We're going to go through some of them. Kean Foster says, I genuinely think the Glazers will be gone soon. I hope you're right.
This out. How long is Giggs looking at? Criminals, you got to know. Apparently Ryan Giggs has been charged. I don't think we can comment on that.
No.
So I would just say, listen...
Don't want to prejudice
I'm
anything
sure
or what the law is.
The court case will run its course, and if he's guilty, then he absolutely shouldn't have done that shit. And if he was innocent, then either way, he shouldn't have done that shit. So
yeah, no, well said. Red Devil Reddit, welcome to the membership. Welcome to the first team. Sorry, Ryan Brevin. Have we had this? I was emotionally prepared to walk away from football with this European Super League.
There's a few people saying that. Andy was sort of saying that.
Yeah, trailer had me like, how could I? Oliver Smith says, I remember my first game United versus Blackburn 2008. Rooney and Ronaldo scored. I'm 17. Peter Kelly says, United fans in Florida should protest at the Tampa Bay Stadium because the Leeches actually care about that team. Watch this space is all I'm going to say about that.
That last comment you said, you can't buy memories like that.
No. You can't, mate. No, you're right.
You can't. And fuck these fucking Yanks, and I can't wait to see the back of them because this was a desecration.
What time are we flying out to Florida, Jay?
Mate, I've got to go to Florida. It's work related. We're going to go and protest outside.
Yeah. No. Steve's got the balaclavas.
Yeah, me and Steve going. We're back in 3 weeks.
3 to 5 years.
Yeah, 3 to 5.
So we'll see how it goes.
Good point. Sons of Grimmer says, how do you think opposing fans are going to react to us now?
Who gives a fuck?
I'm with you. They hate us anyway. Do you think there is any chance of us signing anyone now in the summer? That super chat was like a Frank Bruno tweet. Have you ever seen Frank Bruno's tweets? Frank Bruno's tweet will say, met up with Mike Tyson today, great shout. Think I'm going to have curry for tea. I've just been watching Ant and Dex Friday Night Takeaway. It's mint. Can't find my slippers. That's what his tweets are like. He puts like every bit of information going through his mind in his tweets, and that's what that super chat was like. To answer all those, don't care about how the opposing fans react to us. I'm not really bothered.
It was nice to see you do unite for a few days, for a day or two. Then can we all get back to hating each other?
Good.
Correct. Apparently you could buy a Red Bull and a gun in the same shop in America.
I still think we'll sign someone in answer to that question, but I don't think it'll be a big signing. Juan Martinez says, if the Glazers, etc., had gotten Project Big Picture through last year, would the other Premier League teams even be able to vote against the Super League?
Oh, my God, yeah.
Ian John says, we either need to get these tossers out of our club or drastically reduce the percentage of shares they hold. They will attempt to revive the ESL in a few years if we don't act now. I completely agree with that.
What's
everything you've just said.
Someone's just said, stay where we are with the green and gold Paddock kit. I'll come
there's
to
a good question.
I will come to that in a second. Cam, can you rip it off my Twitter and get it on screen? Let us know when you've got it.
Put me down for one of them.
Matthew Greenwood says, Glazers likely to use it as a reason or not.
I had a point.
Oh, sorry.
I was just pausing for a
right,
thought.
sorry. I thought you were trying to flog some merchandise.
I'm gonna. When Cam's got it.
As we continue our anti-capitalist vein of this show.
Yeah, listen, I know that capitalist shit, but we will be hawking some very well-priced merchandise. No, what I was going to say is, that Project Big Picture, wasn't that Joel Glazer at the forefront of that?
I think so, yeah.
Mate, fuck this guy.
I know.
Fuck this guy.
I know.
This prick said in 2004, was it 2005? When I was in university in England, in London, I grew up falling in love with this great game and know what it means. You fuck lad. You knew what you were doing from the 80s. You knew you had it in the pipeline. You parasite.
Yep, agree with all that. Parasite. He didn't fall in love with the game. He fell in love with getting dividends. Matthew Greenwood, don't know if he's any relation to Mason, says Glazers likely...
Or Alex.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Woke. Glazers.
How's she not getting twatted walking down the street? She was like, oh, Everton. Oh, Liverpool. Oh, City. Oh, United. I'm going Leon. Fucking hell, more clubs than Tiger Woods, the crazy bitch.
I missed some of it.
Never mind. We're talking women's football because we're woke as fuck.
All right.
Glazers likely to use it as a reason to not invest this summer. Public line that Woodward's exit led to uncertainty.
He's not gone.
Internally, small price to pay.
I won't believe it until he's gone.
He hasn't gone.
He's like, saying he's going.
I'm going.
Wolf of Wall Street.
End of the fucking year, though. Son of a bit.
And John Murtagh is going to be completely... Oh, it's not even John Murtagh, it's someone else who takes over. It'll be completely different, but I'm going to appoint them. Yes.
Yeah, because you're going to stay silent on the outside and he's going to do your dirty work.
It says, Andrew Young says, David Gill took up a position at UEFA after Woodward fucked off.
Same day,
yeah. I mean, people need to... I mean, David Gill was competent at his job, but I'm not like, David Gill's the saviour of Manchester United. He's not really, is he? He's just someone who isn't as bad as Ed Woodward. Oliver Edwards, I'm already Arnold out for when he inevitably gets promoted. Yeah, there's talking of Richard Arnold just getting...
I believe that there's some truth to the Edwin van der Sar stuff.
Really? Don't get me twitching.
In terms of that United want him, whether or not that means he'll actually go for it, that's a different story altogether.
Yeah.
But I believe that there's some truth
They're desperate for
United wanting it.
For a cushion.
Yeah.
They need a cushion.
Devon Sharma says, things will only get worse. Richard Arnold, another account, will be our new CEO. Yeah, it's like the opposite of that song, isn't it?
And even then, they're going to talk to the fans. They won't talk to, like, us lot. They'll talk to them fans who they've been talking to in the past.
Which is it?
It's like, not much go. What you call it? The ones who were okay with the Glazers. You know,
who fuck are they?
You know, the suits.
Executive type.
Executive type United fans.
Adam McCall's in the chat as well, and he's made a good point. Like the video. I mean, I don't know. Must have been having a conversation with the club. And we know some of the Must guys. I know Ian Sterling. I know he wants the best for this club. And I know there's sort of plans afoot. There's process planned. You saw the announcement today about the one ahead of the Scouts game on May the 2nd. There's other things in the pipeline. We've seen fans as well doing their own organic movements. The protest down at Carrington was like 20 to 30 lads went down there. First thing, was it Thursday morning? Just walked in and had a chat with Ollie. And I, for one, I'll tell you this, I was kind of, I know what Ollie said in his press conference. I was kind of impressed with him, being honest.
I haven't seen it yet.
He's sort of like, because he's not going to come out and go, well, the Glazers are all parasites. We can say it, and we do, and they all need to go. But he sort of not praised the fans, but he was all right about the fans. He was talking about, he didn't really praise the owners at all. I know there's another bit in the embargoed bit from the print that comes out 10:30 tonight, so who knows what that's got in store for us. But yeah, he was quite complimentary to most of the fans, and even the fans that came to this ground, because we know the training ground, they spoke to him, and he was like, I've always got time for fans sort of thing, and I had a really civil conversation with him, and it was, it was nice. So he wasn't like, well, they shouldn't have been in the training ground and rah.
Oh, yeah, it's like Jim White on Talk Sport, so-called United. He's a fucking wanker.
Jim White's a United fan?
No, Jim White said so-called Man United fans have gone into Karen.
Why did they always do that? I mean,
fucking
I don't want to equate what these lads did in protest, because I agree with them, with racist. But why do they always go, oh, they're not United fans if they're racist? Well, no, they are. Just accept that you've got people who are fucking racist. Every fan base has got them. Deal with them. Don't just disown them and pretend they don't exist. But, why did he say these lads aren't United fans? They are United fans.
They are.
And they're upset United fans that are showing that they're fucking upset.
And
they didn't break anything.
They didn't do it.
Like,
Peaceful. It was
they
peaceful.
walked into
So
a
what's
car
your
park.
problem, Jim White, you tosser?
Someone else said it's 10:30 tomorrow. I think it's 10:30 tonight because it goes out in the papers tonight. In the papers for tomorrow morning. That's the point of it. The embargo.
Oh.
Yeah, so you'll see if you go and that'll be in the papers tomorrow. For them to be able to do that, they have to print it tonight.
We have Paddock Screen and Gold Kit. If you would like to share it on the screen, please. There it is. So as you can see, we haven't yet revealed who our new manufacturer is. So there's a smiley face. It is not the smiley face manufacturer. It is a as yet to be revealed one. We are probably producing that. The plan was to produce that for the 22-23 season, as that would be the 30th anniversary of that iconic kit going on sale for Manchester United. But in light of recent events, we are having a discussion to see how fast we could turn it around. It's about a 4 to 6 month process to make it as a kit, because it's fully bespoke. It's not an off-the-shelf thing, obviously. So we're having a chat with our friends at our smiley face manufacturer to see how fast we could get it produced. But because it's custom, we have to guarantee 500 sales, which...
Oh, you can put me down for one.
I think we might do. What do you reckon, commenters? Have we got enough to say we do 500?
I think we have.
Let us know in the comments if you would be interested in that. And we can see there's a possibility we get it for, well, it'll be the back end of this season, I guess, but we have to pay from all up front, so it's weighty. So let us know if you're interested, and maybe we do a pre-order on it if you're interested in that sort of thing, and I guess let us know.
Yeah, loads of people saying, I think it's a good point, actually. It's the Leeds game. Is it Leeds game on Sunday, innit? So it might be tomorrow.
Football, actually. Bloody hell.
Sunday, sorry. Yeah,
it was a game.
Embargo, so that makes sense. Do get involved in the comments. Give us a like as well. Let us know what you think about the movements, the protests. Do you think they're going to come? Do you think they're going to change anything? Do you think this could be a moment for football as well? You've seen a lot of anger. Andy was mentioning there about football fans for once coming together. The thing is, though, United fans still hate their owners. Liverpool fans kind of do, a little bit. City fans don't.
I think they're ashamed.
Yeah, but...
That's about it.
They're not that ashamed because they've taken them from sort of League One to the Champions League, literally.
I think Arsenal fans are in the same boat.
Arsenal fans are the same as us.
No, yeah.
Chelsea fans, again, they love
Tottenham
Abramovich.
not even
and
asked.
he's took them from relegation fodder to Champions League, so they're not that fussed. So it's
Spurs
not...
He'll brush it off
It's not
later.
like there's the massive movement amongst the fans of English football or whatever. It's just... this is more or less for us, I think, and about us and about United fans, because I don't think it's going to be this... I don't know, I might be wrong. This massive collective movement, I think it's going to be more about Manchester United fans. And I think there's a real movement going on with United fans and a real energy there that you can see.
I think when Joel Glazer was announced co-chairman, the penny dropped with all the fans who mock us and take the piss. This was going to destroy English football. And they knew... And they always mock us, take the piss, Yankees for United. Well, it came home to roost, didn't it?
No, it did. It certainly did. Because you say, I remember them chants of USA.
City fans doing it, Liverpool.
Everyone was laughing at us and saying, I remember, the Bolton fans, wasn't it? It was holding up banners and stuff saying, love Glazers, hate United and all this sort of stuff. But we was always warning, yes, obviously my main concern is Manchester United Football Club, and I knew it was bad for United, but something like this happening at United was going to be bad for football. It was. They weren't just going to go, well, we've got United now, that's it. It was an example to other chairmen or other owners, potential owners, sorry, what they could do. And also, they were going to try to change it. This Super League idea has been going for years. They love the American model, where, you know more about it than I do, but, it's not promotion and relegation and all that sort of stuff. It's a closed shop.
I don't understand. I don't like it in American sports, and I've got no right to have an opinion on that, I know, but I don't think it adds to anything. And I certainly, with the pyramids that exist in European football, like, how is that better than the system that we currently have? The system that we currently have at the minute is amazing. It's amazing.
I know, let's say, instead of in Italy, Spain, a little club can come all the way to La Liga, go all the way up to the top. Look at, what was it? Deportivo La Coruña, remember that?
Oh, I remember them,
yeah. They won
had a right good team, didn't they?
Yeah,
back in the day.
They won the league in mid-90s, I remember that. Barcelona had a penalty the last day of the season to win La Liga, and he missed it.
Yeah,
and La Coruña won the title, I think it was 91-92. Remember that? It was a few weeks before we were going on our own title push with Leeds. Remember it?
I mean, that's what I mean.
That's the love of football.
Yeah, well, this is it. We've seen it here, haven't we, with Leicester? We've seen it with other clubs as well, where not necessarily...
Deportivo now we're in the second division.
In England. I mean, I remember 2004. I know we were robbed. I mean, we were robbed because it's the worst decision I've ever seen in my life, but Porto obviously went on to win the Champions League, and under this thing, they wouldn't be in it. So, yeah, I mean, it stinks, and...
Was it mid-80s?
Rightly kicked off.
Was it Style Bucharest or somebody beat Porto in the Champions League in the European Cup, 86? Somebody...
Style Bucharest beat Barcelona on penalties.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Remember,
that's the love affair.
Terry Venables was manager of Barcelona, and he went to penalties.
That's the love affair.
That's what I mean. I mean, remember when we played in the Super Cup in 91? Was it Red Star Belgrade? Exactly. Do you know what I mean? It's like... they weren't obviously the club with the most money, and they had a quality team. That is the most one-sided smash and grab you'll ever see. How we won that game, I will never know.
Marseille 93.
They were all over us constantly.
Marseille 93.
We managed to get the win. But Marseille, didn't they get taken off them for corruption?
Yeah. But that's the dream, innit, though?
Yeah, I mean...
All right, they were dodgy as anything, but...
I know what you're saying. We didn't even have a French club in this new idea. Matthew Smith says, any of you know if there's a motorbike parking at OT for the protest tomorrow coming from Hull? I presume there is. I'm not really sure.
I know a few lads. I know a few coming from Sheffield.
Yeah, I know, like I said earlier, there's a lot of movement growing now. There's a lot of protest going. We're hearing from the statement about the one that's going to be going out.
Yeah, the rebellion started, hasn't
it? Ahead of the Liverpool game. So you can see it as well, and obviously the one you're talking about as well tomorrow. So there's a lot going on. We also had the Red Knight statement today. They've spoken out. They're sort of making demands, if you will, to the club. I mean, I would love it if that Red Knights became a thing, but I don't know. Are we too far down the line with it now?
It feels like such an enormous amount of money that these clubs don't necessarily change hands at this price now. You know, it seems like it's the smaller fry clubs like your Cities and your Wigans and your whoever get bought out. No one's buying the $1 billion clubs. What was the biggest club that sold lately?
I don't know, mate. I mean, they tried to get the Newcastle deal over the line, didn't it? But
failed.
But even that was a big sort of signing that it needed one of those oil-rich families, or
even then.
And then they stopped.
If that had gone through, they would have been pushed in. They would have gone for the Super League. Newcastle, them owners, they would have been in it as well.
The thing is like whichever way you look at it, it's flawed, because you can say City, for example, they go, okay, well, we've got these billionaire owners who they do care. They do put a lot of money in. They have regenerated East Manchester, but they don't care about Manchester City. They're not like, oh yeah, we had pictures of David White on our wall when we were growing up.
Ian Brightwell.
Yeah. No, they probably didn't even know.
Terry Phelan.
Exactly. Who Manchester City were 20 years ago.
Tony Colton before he came over.
Keith Curl.
Exactly. So it's just a case of this.
Colin Hendry.
I know. This is a good way of us to distract from what's going on in our own country and some of the human rights abuses we're getting away with. That's why they're doing it. So it's not like a labour of love. Then you've got the other side of the coin, which is you've got our owners who aren't putting money in, are just taking money out, who just want money from it. So either way, it leaves a bad taste in the mouth.
Yeah, just spend just enough to get their money back.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Because a lot of people say to us, well, you lot are spoiled. You've got you've got an £80 million defender, an £89 million midfielder. You've got all these players. You've played in the Champions League. But we make more money than anyone.
We've got a stadium.
They've taken more money out than anyone.
We've got a stadium. It needs an urgent repair, man. It's like last 20 years, they've left Old Trafford to rot.
Apparently, some of the steel work in the South Stand's just crumbling.
Stop it, really? How is that okay?
Gary Neville, mate, said that. You could see the rust up to that. Was it
Needs a baby wipe on the front of East Stand.
Yeah.
And a Karcher.
I tell you.
Right?
Fucking Bob the Builder can't fix that, I tell you.
Some of that on South Stand.
That's mad, that.
Crumbling.
Crumbling, mate. There's a bit of
Well, you think about it. Like, look, think about... Close your eyes, Jay.
Go on.
Go back to 1990.
Yes.
What a season that was, right? Now think of what Old Trafford looked like. Stretford end.
Stretford Paddock.
Big fucking gap in the corner. It's a North Stand. Which architect signed that off, by the way? Because that looked like an absolute bag of nails, didn't it?
Some of the things that went on when Old Trafford was getting up. Do you remember when he had the big poles? I remember watching
North Stand.
Yeah. I remember watching a game against Middlesbrough once, and I couldn't see half the game.
95, 96.
The Blackburn game in 92, 93, the last game of the season, on scaffolding at the back of the stand. How the fuck is that legal?
As a one-off emotional night,
getting cagoules.
Manchester City Council.
I was going to say, did you get a cagoule?
Fucking right, did you?
Manchester City Council probably just said, forget it. Let it go for that night.
Lord Brady said, Ed's out there. But where to now in terms of high up position changes? Glazers ain't going nowhere, unfortunately.
Been a bit of movement on the last couple of weeks.
Are realistic?
Nicky Butt going, Murta and Fletch coming in, Wu are going.
Exactly. Yeah, it's been.
But anyway, I haven't finished what I was saying.
Sorry,
so think about the sort of revamping that Martin Edwards did, 1990 onwards. So obviously the first thing he did was make it all-seater, remove the Stretford end, and he made it the bowl. Remember, it was the bowl.
Yeah.
And it was mint on it.
Yeah.
And then Euro 96 was on the So we had about 2 years of that, maybe? Maybe a year and a half of that.
Expansion, yeah.
And then he went, Bosh, North Stand. You know, fucking 55,000 seater stadium. Jesus, fucking Christ. And then he went and banged on an extra tier on top of East Stand and West Stand. Fucking Christ.
Quadrants.
The quadrants got done in it was 2007-8?
Yeah. Roughly around the Ronaldo era, that sort of thing.
I think that they were done, or the work had been planned under Edwards and that still, under Gill. So, or under the previous regime, I think. Since the quadrants got done, has there been a fucking bloke who's been at a Screwfix in there since?
No.
There's been a bit of work now for the disabled fans to go to the back of the Stretford end. That's
which they've had
been
to
on.
do.
Yeah,
reluctantly they did it. They didn't want to do it, did they?
They fucked around with the bottom of the scoreboard and making the tunnels wider because they was going to have all disabled seating there. Again, until everyone pointed out the ridiculousness of seeing vulnerable people behind the fucking goal and where people shoot balls really hard. Oh, do you know people that maybe don't move so good?
Yeah.
Let's put them in fucking drop zone for fucking 40-mile-an-hour balls getting pinged at them. You silly fuckers. And not only that, I used to not be able to see. I was level with that first tunnel when I was in East Lower. Stood up.
Yeah.
So from there below, because of the camber of the pitch, you ain't seeing dick at the Stretford.
I'm the same. I used to be in the tunnel, and it's the same. I'm fucking blind anyway, but I was like, what's going on down there?
Yeah. Is it a goal?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Could someone tell me? Let me know.
Now it's a goal.
Yeah. That's so. You're right. It's just there's no, like the ground needs work on, and they're not fighting.
Ryan Giggs' pass to Michael Owen for that goal.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Didn't see the ball.
Right.
You just see the movement of people and then the net ripple and then carnage.
Yeah, absolute carnage. Yeah, I took my shirt off that day. It wasn't a pretty sight.
Did you?
I just went, fuck it. The place went bonkers.
But look at the amount of work that Martin Edwards oversaw in that 15-year period from 1990 to 2005. The transformation Old Trafford went under from being, let's be honest, a bit crap to being the premier stadium in the country, just as Emirates was getting finished, really.
Yeah.
There's an argument to be said that soulless fucking dust ball maybe overtook it, but not if you're a real fan, right?
Yeah.
Now, fast forward 15 years, looks exactly the fucking same, apart from grubbier.
Because there's no motivation for them to change anything about it.
Nothing.
There's no motivation for them to do it. They don't have to do it, or whether they do by law, they've done it because they've got to.
Yeah.
But there's no motivation in them spending money that isn't going to come back to them.
The roof leaking was 18 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
18 months ago.
City.
Have you seen any fucking roofers up there fixing it? No, they're not even embarrassed.
They're not. That's the thing. We're embarrassed, but they're not. They're not asked, and they're like, we're not just embarrassed. We're angry.
If the roof leaks over them when they were sitting there, now that would have been fucking funny.
Do you remember when Oliver
Yeah.
Smith says, "Does WrestleMania happening at the Glazers Stadium affect us with getting them out?" I don't know, to be honest with you. That McGlenn, just sorry, I'm not being funny.
Aren't the stadiums like owned by the cities anyway
Yeah,
in
I'm not-
America?
I'm not
Isn't that
really
like
sure.
a proper thing that American cities do?
They've done something with
If anyone
that.
knows the answer to that, then please get involved in the chat. 'Cause
They
I'm not
made
being
the fans
flippant.
pay for the stadium.
I just don't know. Mr. Glenn Johnson says renovations needed to get Old Trafford up to a good standard is 200 million. Good, not modern. Need a tetanus shot after being at Old Trafford now. And also, there's no room, is there? Like there as well. Like, I've been at Stretford and we stand up, so I'm fortunate. But when you're sitting down,
Shoulder City, innit?
and I'm not even that tall,
Yeah.
and it's like my knees are squashed.
Yeah,
as you
if
sit
you
down.
sit down where I am in tier 2, like,
Yeah.
and I'm fucking 5'10" on a
I'm
good
6'2"
day, right?
as well. It's
Oh, mate, you're in trouble.
Yeah,
Can't
like
now.
my knees don't get in front of me.
Cramp.
Just fucking all shoulders.
Oh, mate.
It's not fit. Like, do you when you go somewhere like the Emirates and you just fucking plonk your ass down in your chair, you go, Jesus.
I know.
Like,
Oh.
just swing my legs.
It's mental. Like, and it's honestly, these are things you shouldn't have to think about as a fan. You know, we're fortunate enough to support Manchester United, one of the richest clubs in the world. We should be able to, if we want to, sit down and not be squashed. Do you know what I mean? Never mind about the football team and seeing the best players, but we should be at least be able to sit in a stadium and I'm not getting piss wet through.
Well, what's happened? This ain't going away because like when the crowds come back to Old Trafford, I don't think they're going to be able to welcome inside Old Trafford.
They've never been welcome anyway.
I know, but it might get nastier.
When was the last time they even came?
I don't know.
Barcelona, wasn't it?
The Barcelona away, I know there were some people getting photos with him, which is a bit fucking bizarre.
Yeah, how the
No,
fuck?
like-
Why'd you do that, man?
Look, try and put yourself in the picture of that where your mate Danny comes up to you and is like, hey, Jay, look. It's me and Joel Glazer.
And have room.
Look at that. Dan.
So was that phone?
mate.
Fucking bye.
Straight in the fucking canal.
My iPhone 10.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Go and think about what you've done when you fish it out, you idiot.
You go look for your morals with it in the fucking canal.
I mean, come on. Do you know what I mean? It reminds me
I
of
don't think Barcelona has canals, does it?
fountains.
That's more better.
Go
Yeah.
and chuck it in the fountain. That'll work.
It's a very famous fountain in Barcelona. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That'll have someone's phone in it if they come up to me with a bloody picture of them and the Glazers. Hey. Get involved in the chat. Let us know what you think about this movement, about these protests, about the Red Knights. Steve was saying there, you know, about the fact that it's increasingly difficult now to buy a club, any club anyway, but the size of Manchester United, we've gone from, 720 million to 4 billion, is it?
There was talk of 6 on Monday.
6 billion.
After the Super League news came out.
That's just, I mean, the only way that's happening
Stock market.
is if you get a horrible, horrible bastard who is literally like, you know, evil.
But the thing is,
to
though,
buy
when it's an
them.
absolute arms race of who can blow the most cash,
Yeah.
at some point you do feel like just shrugging your shoulders and going, well, let's fucking bend over like the Blues did.
Thing is, though, right?
Because they bent over.
Of course
they
they
bent
did.
over for fucking Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, they did. And
That literal crook.
yeah, his
Isn't he on the run at the minute?
I think so.
Is
I
it?
think
He's in exile somewhere, innit?
he's in
A
Venezuela.
literal crook. And then, Sheikh Mansour's lot came over, literally pulling the cheeks apart for him.
Yeah, I mean, it is proper disgusting.
Even if we do get him out, if whoever takes over, that debt's going to still be there.
No, it won't.
How do you know?
It'll go as part of the sale.
I hope so.
the sort of the dream move is, we're being a bit negative, the dream move is that you can have some sort of fan ownership, you can have these Red Knights or whatever, we can sort of, you know, spread it out across enough people where it's doable, where we can do it as a collective. So I'm not giving up hope, I'm not saying, oh, this is it, it's only the Saudis or whatever.
I hope it comes to fruition.
It's
Fan
going to be
ownership.
difficult. It's going to be difficult, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. You know, most of the best
the
things,
government make
or the things worth
legislation.
doing.
Fan
are
ownership's a
difficult.
great dream, but actually, what I spoke to Andy Burnham about this week in terms of what can be
That's
done.
a sentence I never thought of.
Yeah, well, me and the I was talking about it earlier in the week, actually, Andy.
Go and check that video out as well if you've not seen it. It's quality.
The Manchester mayor and the Liverpool mayor, I didn't talk to him too much. Not really much he had to say.
When he was talking, when the Liverpool mayor was talking, did you go, oi, shh?
Manchester's talking.
Yeah, me and Andy are having a chat.
Want your fucking opinion?
Yeah,
I'll give it you.
exactly.
But yeah, so he said what they can enact is 51% of season ticket holders being polled for anything to go through, which I think is a fantastic idea.
Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, people will be going, well, what have you not seen ticket holder? But you have to have some sort of way, don't you, of getting an opinion from the fans. So
fan membership, like the socio thing at Barcelona. I spoke to you about this. Barcelona do not want you to be a member, by the way.
Right, cool.
Like, if you want to come, let's say, Andy, you want to join Barcelona membership today and you want to have a vote on what goes on at Barcelona, like they did yesterday, right?
Yeah.
So, it's €280 a season, Andy.
Wow.
Oh, do I get a season ticket included that? No.
Okay.
Right? At all. Right? So, okay, €280. What do I get for that? Well, is your dad a Barcelona member? No. How about an uncle? No. Okay. So you can become a Barcelona associate member, seeing as though you've got no one who's family. You have to have family that are Barcelona members for you to become a Barcelona member. They honestly don't want you to be a member. You can be joined as a member. For 3 years, you'll pay us €280. And after the third consecutive year of you thinking, then we'll let you vote. And then you can apply for a season ticket.
Scandalous.
Mental.
Yeah.
Honestly. Lord Brady in the chat says, boys, billionaire owners are here to stay, unfortunately. Describe the realistic ideal billionaire owner. Also, Adam Sweeney in the chat says, off topic, but did anyone realise how good Rashford was versus Burnley? Just shows what Rest can do. Love the content, lads. Keep us going. Much appreciated for all your chats and your support. Yeah, I mean... It is.
And we got a game Sunday.
It is strange times we live in, but we have to have hope. And if there's one thing that we should all know as United fans, you can never count us out. This club or this fan base.
Yeah.
Time's a flight to Florida.
Puts us in at 6 a.m. Yeah.
At the Sheraton in Florida.
At the Sheraton. It's first class as well, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah. I've told them to make sure you've got
You'll
your
bring
rum
your
there.
sunscreen.
Obviously.
Got the rum and the Pepsi Max cherry waiting for us on the plane.
Sunscreen. I'm wearing one of them pork pie hats, a red Hawaiian shirt, belly out, right? Drinking rum in each hand with umbrellas in it.
I'm going with
And
two,
at that
mate.
point,
mate.
we'll figure out what we're going to do in terms of protest, but I'm just having a couple of
I
rums to
think,
set
I
my
think
nerves
we
first.
need to have a discussion about that. At least a 2-week planning meeting.
In Miami.
Yeah.
You got to stake out the land,
Yeah,
Jay.
stake out.
I need
I
to know
want
my
this.
ins, I need
You're
to know
in.
my
Yeah,
outs,
I'm
I've got to
in
look at egress and access, I've got to figure it out. We
Yeah.
need to
Florida.
bribe law enforcement officials, I've got to go get back on a range, get fanned
Florida's
up with
a swamp.
semi-automatic
You got to find the right
rifles.
place.
You've got to find the right thing.
It's a
You're
swamp,
right.
Florida.
Do you know what I mean? And, you've got to make sure that you don't run into any...
Alligators.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's
Hey, don't give people my idea away.
So, yeah, we might be over in Florida protest, though. We might not. Kustub, oh my days, I swear he's just done this super chat to test me because I'm terrible at pronunciation, so forgive me if I butcher your name.
Go on, Mike.
Kustub Adikare. I was happy our team progressing and getting better a few weeks ago. All this ESL circus has messed up my head. All optimism I had was thrown out the window thanks to the damn Glazers. Try not to be too despondent, mate. It is frustrating.
No, but this affects,
it is annoying.
This affects
but
people's health as well because
course it does,
there's an
that's what I'm
emotional
saying.
attachment,
But
mental health and all that. It's
hopefully
wrong. It's wrong.
There's light at the end of the tunnel, and we're keeping going, and there's a big movement, and hopefully it'll see some change because I think they've
They've had the fingers
tops up
burnt.
here.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You see that shark in Jaws, you're going to need a bigger boat. Yeah, that's the shock.
You're going to need a bigger boat. Exactly. Just before we wrap up, Mr. Howson,
What?
you're here on Sunday, aren't you, for the watch along?
Might be.
Yes,
Who's
you
asking?
are. No, you are.
Who's asking?
I am. You're going to be sending us some videos as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm chilling in
the new TikTok star that is Andy Tate. If you've not seen Andy Tate on TikTok, mate, it's so funny. Seeing these Americans who probably don't even know you are, no disrespect, but all doing like these Andy Tate impressions and also...
That's still going viral.
That's going, but what's going even better now is like you mixed in with like EastEnders and stuff. You got to go and check it out, man. It's just...
You've mixed me with EastEnders.
I've not mixed it with EastEnders.
Ricky!
It's stuff like that.
Oh.
Or with songs as well. You'll go and
Danny Dyer, West fucking
go and check it out. It is crazy, but it's good as well. Make sure they go follow us on TikTok. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Go and check out Andy Tate on Instagram. Go and check out Steve. You know where Steve is. He's everywhere. He's there. He's there. He's every fucking where. Brian McClure. So go and check it out. Just before we go as well, Deck 2396 says, love the channel, lads. Helps me with my issues with mental health. ESL didn't help either. One thing is for sure, Man United will never die. They won't, and we appreciate your support and hope you're okay as well. And always glad to hear that people are getting help and appreciate what we're doing and we're helping people, and that's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Abdullah Ibrahim says, go in for a positive question. Do you think Hannibal is close to the first team, and will he make his debut soon? You're the man for that. Metrobridge is gonna no, not close to the first team. Won't make his debut soon. May have to be a little bit patient there, but
that's what we got to be.
And also, they're coming thick and fast. I was going over some old videos today. What happened to Gaz, that cheeky guy? We still chat to Gaz. I mean, I'm on his radio show more than he is, to be honest with you. He cut me off the other day as well because I slagged off Jeff Bezos. Oh yeah, sorry for saying that Jeff Bezos might treat his Amazon workers not that nicely, and he cut me off and said he's not got the right reply.
Fuck Amazon.
No,
they did change the game when it comes to delivery services.
Channel. That's the point I'm making. Gaz
Amazon absolutely changed the game. If I
order
order some shit now, I'm annoyed if it's not on my porch 3 hours later. Like
my next door neighbour works for Amazon. I just ordered it. She bring it home from work.
Cheeky. This has been Howson's Brew. That's been Andy Tate. That's been Stephen Howson. Who are Paddock playing tomorrow? Go on.
Signal Old Boys, which after Joe mentioned it last week, does sound a bit Argentinian, doesn't it?
I started. You're right. Joe mentioned
sorry.
it.
I'm so sorry. All right, yeah. As Jay mentioned yesterday, sounds a little bit Argentinian. Yeah. Better fix up though. We need to win 3 out of 3 to get out of this group.
And on that bombshell, this has been Howson's Brew. I've been Jay Motty. That's been Andy Tate, Stephen Howson. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.